It's 1914, and tensions are at an all-time high. The French are bitter about losing the Franco-Prussian War. Russia has helped the Balkans regain their independence from the Ottoman Empire, and everyone is scared that their empire will be the next to fall. Also, nationalism is at an all-time high, meaning that now is the best time to die for your country. Everyone knows a major war is coming. The question is, when? This is Franz. Franz is the Archduke of Austria-Hungary. He is also the heir to the Austrian-Hungarian throne. Thus, he is a symbol of the great empire which many people live in. Many people do not like living in Austria and Hungary, especially the Serbs. So when Archduke Franz Ferdinand travels to a town full of Serbian nationalists, he gets killed. Austria-Hungary is not happy with the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, but they think the Serbian government had something to do with the assassination. So Austria-Hungary decides to go to war with Serbia. The only reason this is bad for Austria-Hungary is that it has ties to Russia. Russia, hearing of the war, starts to mobilize its army. Germany, Austria-Hungary's ally, does not like this one bit and declares war on Russia and its ally France. Do not be mistaken, Germany does not want a two-front war against France and Russia. So, they come up with a plan. A Schlieffen Plan. I probably mispronounced that. Germany knows that Russia's army is big and bulky and will take a long time to prepare for war. Germany will use this time to its advantage and quickly come, attack and conquer France, and then focus all its forces on the fight with Russia. There is only one problem with Germany's plan. The French-German border is heavily guarded by forts and military defenses. It will take Germany a long time to penetrate these. There is only one other way. Around. So the Germans decide to invade Belgium and send all their troops through Belgium to invade France and take Paris. Only problem is, one, the Belgians actually put up a good fight, slowing down the German forces, and two, the British show up, not happy that the Germans are invading Belgium, and thus declare war on Germany, giving Germany another enemy. Though they are fighting the Belgians, the French, and the British, the Germans still quickly pass through Belgium and into France, with their eyes set on Paris. Meanwhile, on the Eastern Front, Russia is already ready for war, which is a bad thing for Germany, who is not ready. Austria-Hungary decides to launch an offensive, which goes poorly. Germany has to send some of its forces back to the Eastern Front, and they win at the Battle of Tannenberg, pushing the Russian forces back. The Germans still fighting those three armies of the French, the Belgian, and the British. German forces have Paris in sight, but the French forces stop retreating, and the battle that resulted, the Battle of the Marne, results in a gap in the German lines. If you have a gap in your lines, the enemy can outflank you. The Germans, not wanting to be outflanked, retreat. The following battles were the enemy trying to outflank the other. And in the end, trenches were dug from the English Channel all the way to Switzerland. Trench warfare had begun. Trench warfare was the deadliest warfare seen up to this time. Trench warfare went something like this. The attackers would start by shelling the enemy trenches for hours, days, even weeks, which was not good for the soldiers in the trenches. Then the attacking forces would leave their trenches and charge across no man's land. The enemy would usually snipe them down with the machine guns. Thus, the charges were usually deadly and very costly. If you were lucky, you were able to overrun the enemy trenches, but usually many died and the front lines would barely move.